cameras out. Make sure you've all got your cameras correct. Okay, so let's get started. We're just going to do a little bit of a warm-up together because I'm sure most of you aren't doing proper warm-ups, okay? So I need to make sure that you're doing it as well. Okay, so make sure you've got space and you're not going to whack anybody. Okay, get your arms round. Oh, nice. Yeah, you clap. And arms back. Good, and one forward and one back. This is just for my enjoyment. See whether you can communicate. And the other way. Come on, Jack, get warmed up. Arms out to the side. And arms back. Good, hips round. Good, and Gyaku. Go the opposite way. Good, okay, so from here twice shoulder width apart, okay. Just want you to drop your left arm down the side, bring the other arm over the top. Just keep body sideways on. Try not to lean in forwards, keep sideways. And drop the other side. That's it, good. And then turn into forward stance and Zenkum Sadach. And ball of the foot, push forwards. Okay, and opposite arm, push forwards. Good, and then face the opposite way. You stretch. Whether you're doing that facing the camera or not, it doesn't matter as long as you're doing the stretch. I'm just doing it so you can see what's going on. Ball of the foot, push forwards. Don't drop your knee on the floor. Good, and coming up, okay, feet out, twice shoulder width apart. Get into Kibudach, push your hips down. Good, and then feet out at 45 degrees, okay, Shikdash, now just go a little bit lower, and then use your forearm to push your knees out. And then sit over the left side. Make sure you're stretching. Pulling the ankle and the toes back, stretching the calf, and then change over the opposite side. Good, and coming up, and just shake your legs off. Okay, right, left knee up, and balance. Pull your knee up to your chest, get your hand off the fireplace, or any chairs. And rotate your ankle now. If you bend your supporting legs slightly, you'll find your balance easier. And circle it the other way. Keep your knee up. Okay, knee out to the side. That's a good balance. And then pulling the foot up behind. Good, and change. Okay. Other leg up. Rotate your ankle. And the other way. Good, knee out to the side. Good, and then putting the foot up behind. Good, and shake. Good, okay, so everybody should be a little bit more warmed up now. So make sure you've got your juice bottles near you if you need them. Okay, and if you need to go off, do anything, just bow out and go. Don't need to ask questions and say you need to clear off anywhere. Okay, but if you are going to leave the room, obviously, make sure you say so. Okay, Sadach, and out. Okay, I'm ready position, Yoy. Okay, so left go right, right? Okay, so from here, we're just going to go forward, oizuki, chuda. Okay, so stepping oizuki, ready? Edge. Good. Now we're going to step back. Chew down. Knee. Good. Okay, so forward, chew down, oizuki. Make sure the punch is in the center of the body. So you're not punching in line with your shoulder, you're punching to the center here. Okay, so not like this, it's just there. So I go forward, punch in, chew down. Ready? Itch. And step back, chew down. Knee. Good. Now we're going to go forward and punch shoulder. Itch. So height of your chin, nose or forehead, depending on your grade. And then step back, Jodo. Knee. Good. And back to Gedan position on the spot. Okay, so we're going to go forward and do the two chew down punches first. So you'll do chew down forward, chew down back. Okay, so to count, ready? Forward, itch. Make sure your shoulders are in the correct position, hips are as well. And then make sure this fist is on the side of the body here. Elbow tucked in. Then step back, chew down. Knee. Good. Now we're going forward and punching Jodo. Itch. Then step back, Jodo. Knee. Good. Now we're going to step forward. We're going to punch Gedan. So right down to high, so you knot your belt. Ready? Itch. Good. Shoulder positions. Okay. Not this. Okay. Then step back. Punch it. Knee. Good. And yummy. Good. And back. Was. Okay, so you'll notice what we've done is just done first attack is practice here. Second attack is up here. You should aim for the chin or the nose. But when you're doing partner work for juniors, we generally tell you to go for the forehead. Okay, just for safe reasons. And the other punch is Gedan downwards. Okay, so what I'm looking for is your punches being in the center of your body. Okay, your hip position is facing forwards and not moved out when you're punching, and your shoulders should not be in that position. You're holding still. Okay, so if you look closely now, you look at this elbow here, this is an exaggeration, but I don't want to see that elbow out, I want to see that elbow in. So as I step back, that elbow is actually keeping close into the body. So you're brushing past the side, okay, and that depends on your flexibility. Okay, some of you have got a broad chested, shoulders rounded and so on, okay, so just try and keep that elbow pulled in as you step through and punch. And again here, and not relaxing and doing this and then punching like that. You need to get that elbow behind the fist, okay? So ready, position again, your way. Okay, so left get Ambarai again, right? Okay, so we're going to go forward and punch chew down first. Stepping chew down punch. Ready? Itch. Good, then step back, chew down. Knee. Now we're stepping forward, Jodo. Itch. Good, make sure you check those positions every time. Then step back, Jodo. Knee. Good, now we're going forward, Gedan. Knee. Good, make sure your hips and your shoulders are correct position. Height of this is important. Okay, and back. Knee. Good, and back to the Gedan Barai position. Good, okay, so two chew down. Again, so ready? Itch. Knee. Now Jodan. Itch. And back. Knee. Now forward. Gedan. Itch. And back. Knee. Okay, now on the spot, I want to see you do a Gedan Barai with the same arm that's punching. Itch. Good, okay. So what I'm looking for is that when you go from this Gedan punch here, your hip position, your shoulder position is forward facing. Okay, when you go to block, your hip comes back, and I see that movement of that hip doing that position without the wobbly knee in the forward stance. Okay, so let's go back to the start position. Yoi. Okay, so I'm looking for two hip positions. Half facing when you're doing blocking, and when you're doing punching, you're forward facing. Okay, very basic stuff. Okay, yoi. Okay, left get under right, come on. Okay, so forward, chudan oizuki. Ready? Ich. And back, knee. Good, now jodan, ich. And back, knee. Now gedan, ich. And back, knee. Now block on the spot. Suck. Good. Okay, so again, forward, chudan oizuki. Ich. Knee. Jodan, ich. Knee. Gedan, ich. Knee. Suck. Good. And yama, breathe in. Good. And out. Once. Right, get yourself a quick drink and we'll move on in a minute. So I'm having to turn the heating down in here, which I've had problems with the heating over the past few days, not having any. Now I've got too much. So it's too warm. Okay. Let's have a look. Make sure everybody's in the room. Good. Okay. So let's look at that again. This is basic stuff, but what this is what I will be looking for in higher grades as well. Okay, the finite detail of those stepping punches. Okay, so one of them is actually keeping the body posture correct position when you're stepping and punching, and you're not lunging and doing this as you step. The whole torso should remain forward all the way through those punches, whether it's back or forwards, but only goes half facing when you do the blocking position. Okay, so I'm going to watch in a minute. We'll run through it once more, and then I'm going to watch you guys do it. Okay, yoi. Okay, so left get under right. Come on. Okay, so chudan oizuki first. Back knee. Now jodan. And back knee. Okay, now get down. And back knee. And block on the spot. Side. Good. Okay, so I want you to do that whole sequence on my count. Okay. So we're going to do 7 counts. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. And then on the last one, you got get under right. Okay. So ready? Yoi, get under right position. You should be starting here. So on my count, ready? Chudan. Solar plex high. Okay, now back, knee. Good, keep your elbows in. Now forward, jodan, Now back, knee. Okay, now back, forward, get up, Good, make sure you're down at this height. And then back, knee. Good, then block on the spot, remember to prep, sun. Good, okay, now I want you to do that all one count, so while I'm watching you do it. Okay, so as you may. Okay, right, great stuff. Seth, can you take your gloves off, please? Unless you've got no heating at home, there's no need for you to be wearing gloves. That's it. Let's see your fists. Make good fists. Okay, good. So again, if you've got somebody in the room with you, okay, doing karate with you, one of you do it and the other one watches and tries to give out pointers and correction. Okay, that's a good way of doing it rather than both of you doing it at the same time. So it'll help you learn together and hopefully no arguments as well, which would be good. Okay, right, so ready position again. Okay, so left and right. Come on. Good. Okay, so forward, chudan oizuki on my count. And back, knee. And forward, jodan. And back, knee. Now get up. And knee. Sun. Good. And again, ready? first. Back, knee. Forward, knee. Now get up. Knee. Some. Good. Andiamo. Breathe in. Good. And back. Wuss. Good. Right. So I want you to do that 3 times. No count. Okay. I want speed and power. But what I don't want you to do is to bounce from one technique to the next. Okay. So what I mean by that is when you go from here, don't go and that. You need to lock everything down. Make sure your stance is strong. Finish the advance and punch first before you do the stepping back. So from here. Yeah? Okay, so try that on your own now. Okay, so begin. Got 3 times. Nice and strong with lots of power. Good, make sure your elbows are kept in nice and tight. Nice work, John.
Hey Dan, do you punch in the centre of the body?
Yeah, all punches, all 6 of those punches are into the centre line of your body, right down here. Okay, so you got that line here. It's very hard for me to see where you're punching from this angle because some of you got your camera slightly off and that, but it doesn't matter as long as you know what you're doing and you're following along. Good. Okay, and yame. Okay, so just watch again. So every time you move, you should be breathing in and breathing out. It's almost a continuous flow. But what you've got to get used to is actually inhaling through the nose, filling the lungs up, and then exhaling at the end of the technique. Okay, so from here, as you start to advance, that's when you breathe in. Sharp intake of air. And then as you come through to the last quarter of the technique, you breathe out. And the breathing out has to be tension in your stomach. So if there is 2 of you in the room, when they go to punch and they're in this position, just give them a little tap in the belly. Make sure that stomach's gone really tight and strong. No punching. It's not there to actually wing the person. It's actually there just to give a little bit of tension, feel that stomach muscle. Okay? So, although I can't hear you at home, what I want to see you doing is actually breathing. So from here, yeah? Okay? And get as much air out as you can, as quickly as you can at the last part of that punch. Okay? So you've got 6 punches, and then you finish with that get amber right. Okay? So try that now. Nice work, Seth, like that. Don't forget the downward block on the end. Come on, Joel, give it some. Don't forget to get your hips going half facing on that last section. Good. Okay, andiamo. Okay, so what we need to work on now is the advancing speeds. Okay, the speed of your advance and the speed of your retreating as well. Okay, so when you're here in this forward stance here, don't be too long in your stance. Okay, you can't move very quickly from here without pushing to this position, then going forward. Okay, so you have a shortened stance, but you have it low. And then by this means, when you breathe in, you pull, 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 push. Okay? So have a pulling action rather than having a dragging action of where you're going trying to lug your foot behind you. Okay? So from here, breathe in, pull that in quick. Then push it out, okay? And exactly the same when you're going backwards, okay? From here, retract. Then it goes, breathe out as you punch. Okay, so you have to get that all synchronized at the same time. Okay, so try that 2 or 3 times again. Okay, 2 Chudan, 2 Jodan, 2 Gedan, and then finish with that Gedan Barai. Okay? Keep those elbows tucked in. No chicken wings. Elbows. Remember your Chokozuki training. You're just standing, punching, keeping the elbows in. Twist, pull, twist. This is so important for you because if you spend all your karate training blocking, but you're going to need to use a punch. So you need to make sure you can advance as fast and make sure the punch counts. Okay, so it's going to be strong and quick. Nice, George, like that. That's good. Good, 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 good. Okay, and yame. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, so please keep practicing simple things like that. It's so important. Get your fundamentals right. So we're going to move on. Okay, so we're going to go from, actually, I'm just going to recap on one thing. Okay, this position here, this movement here, hip. Okay, you should all be able to make this movement here. Okay, if you're in too low a stance, so you're down too low, you don't get this movement. It's not very supple. And when you do go forward, your back heel comes off the ground. Okay, so shorten your stance a little bit and make sure you've got a good rotation of that hip forward and back. Okay, what you should be able to see is your belt moving. Getting that motion, okay? So your hip's doing this. Yeah? So you go hip, forward and back. Okay? And you won't get that if you're in a too long a stance. Okay? It needs to be short but lower. Okay? Right, let's move on. Okay, yoi. Okay, so stepping forward, get on the right. Come on. Okay, so we're going to go forward from here. Akiuki. Sorry, Sotoruki first. Ich. Outer block first. Good. Then we're going to step back, Sotoruki. Knee. Sotoruki. Outer block. Good. Okay, now we're going to go forward, Agiuki. Ich. And then we step back, Agiuki. Knee. Good. And then we're stepping forward. Get on the right. Ich. And step back. Get on the right. Knee. Good. Okay. So forward first is Sotoruki. Ready? Ich. Good. Half facing position with your hips and your shoulders as well. Okay. And step back. Sotoruki. Knee. Good. There we go forward, Agiuki. So if the hand that's out in front, just raise it up here. Then blocking. Ich. And then back, knee. And then forward, get on the right. Ich. And back, knee. Good. And yame. Good. And back. So that will correspond with the attacking part that we've just done, but what we're doing now is the blocking techniques, okay? So just to recap on Sotoruki, when you're doing outside forearm block, it doesn't stop here. Remember, you're trying to block the center line of your body. So this block needs to go across. But you also need to pull your hip round as well. So if you're in forward stance, you get your hip round and make sure that if an attack's coming in here, it's actually cleared his body. Don't block here, because that punch is still coming in. Okay? You need to get that across. Okay, so let's just work on that again. Okay, so from here, yoink. Okay, so left arm right, come on. Okay, so forward Sotoruki, up here, and round. Edge. And back. Knee. Good, then Agioki. Edge. And back. Knee. Good, and get on the right. Edge. And back. Knee. Good. Okay, so that's it. Make sure left leg, left arm is in front. Okay, so first account is Sotoruki. Okay, so again, what I want you to think about is your advancing speed as well. The footwork is exactly the same. In. The breathing is exactly the same. Here. Yeah, okay, so first block going forward is Sotoruki. Ready? Edge. Good, now back, knee. Now forward, Agioki. Edge. Now back, knee. Now forward, get on the right. Edge. Now back, knee. Good. Okay, so I want you to do that 3 times now. So you've got 2 Sotorukis, forward and back, 2 Agiokis, and 2 get Ambarais. Okay? So try that 3 times, please. As you ready. Good. So when you're doing it and you've got the rhythm and you understand the sequence, start putting some speed and power into it. There's nobody in this group that doesn't know these techniques. Okay? A higher grade should be getting advancing speed now. And remember, just because we're practicing blocks, the attacking mindset should be there as well. There's no difference in your mindset for attack or defense, okay? Just be sincere in what you're doing. Okay, so you're okay, so watch your game, okay? So you've got to start breathing in, breathing out, getting the technique correct. Again, when we did this the other week, we did Sotoruki. Remember, we kept the fist in this position, and then as we finished the block, we came round and we actually rotated at the last part of the technique. So as you come through, you rotate, okay? So make sure you're not coming around blocking and hammering round and just doing this. Try and get the rotation of this movement here. Come round and in. And you'll see that this arm here actually stays inwards. So I'm not going to go like this and then try and slap the side of my body. I'm actually putting my elbow in here. Yeah, there. And I step, keep elbows in close, and then get that rotation. On the Agioki, when you step and do Agioki, make sure your blocking fist comes from the hip. It goes up, and you connect here, and then rotate at the end. Okay, so you should be blocking, almost making contact here, and then rotating, and your hip does that. So try not to go forward with your hips facing, half facing. Okay, so when you go forward, don't have your hip in this position. Have it in that position, so when you go to do the block, you've got hip movement and blocking movement at the same time. So it's getting it all to coordinate. Okay, so let's try that again. Okay, yoi. Okay, so left arm right, come on. Okay, so we're going to go forward, Sotoruki first. Ready? Edge. Good, now back, knee. Now Agioki, edge. And back, knee. Good, now forward, get on the right. Edge. And back, knee. Right, we'll try that 3 times again with speed and power. Okay, so from the left downward block position, go for it. Do slow, medium, fast and strong. Come on, Jack, put some oomph into it. Seth, come on. Get your blocking arm up here. So Sotouk is up here. Then round and down like that. 1. So get your hip rotation. Okay. Go on, Taylor. Go for it. Okay, so let your hips doing this on the block. Okay, it's doing this on the Agiyuki. Okay, and it's doing this on the Gedambarai. It's that movement I'm looking for, whatever you're doing. Okay, on those blocks. Okay, good. Right, let's do that again to count before we move on. Okay, so standing yoi. Okay, be ready. Be focused now. Okay, although it's basic, you still have got to have that strong focus on what you're doing. Okay, visualize what it is you're doing. You've got those attacks and defenses with you. Okay, so left Gedambarai to start. Come on. Okay, so forward Sotoruki. On my count, as sharp and quick as you can. Edge. Knee. Now Agiyuki forward. Edge. And back. Knee. Now Gedambarai forward. Edge. And back. Knee. Good. Now once you do it, to count again. Okay, so going forward, Sotoruki. Ready? Edge. And back. Knee. And forward. Edge. Knee. And forward. Edge. And back. Knee. And Sotoruki again. Okay, ready? Edge. Back. Knee. Agiyuki. Edge. Knee. Gedambarai. Edge. Knee. Good. And yame. Breathe in. And out. Good. And out. Wuss. Okay, get yourself a quick drink if you've got one near you. Open the windows, turn the heating down, whatever you've got. Take your hands out of your pocket. Too casual. Okay, good. Right, any questions on that, what we've done so far? No? Okay. Looks like you got a little ninja there, Joe. Okay. Okay, right, ready position, yoi. Okay, so move on then. Okay, so from here, left Gedambarai, right? So I want you to do Maigeri Oizuki, okay? So Maigeri Oizuki, so look at my hip position now, half facing, okay? As I go forward, my hip will come into the forward facing position, I kick Maigeri. I leave this arm in front so it keeps that shoulder in position and it brings that hip forward. Then as I land, I do Oizuki punch, okay? So from here, it's kick and punch. Ready? Ish. Good. And back again, and right again. Okay, so look again. I hold this position, okay? When I'm kicking and I've retracted the kick, I hold that fist here. So actually, as I go through, I can get that punch coming out as I go to push to land, okay? So from here, I kick, then I push. Yeah? I don't just land, I push forwards when I'm kicking. Yeah? So I kick and push. It's that movement I'm looking for when I punch. Okay? So Maigeri Oizuki on my count. Ish. Good. And back, get up right. Knee. Good. Make that Gedanbrai stepping back sharp. We've just practiced that stuff. Yeah. So make sure you defend stepping back nice and sharp. So again, kick, punch. Ready? Ish. Good. And back. Knee. Good. Maigeri Oizuki. Ish. Knee. Back. Gedanbrai. Proper Gedanbrai. Don't cheat doing this quick movement, okay? Proper Gedanbrai. I'm looking for the hip rotation, okay? So again, from here, Maigeri, Oizuki, edge, knee, edge, knee. Good, and change stance. Right, Gedanbrai, miggy. Okay, so you're going to kick with your left leg and punch with your left fist. Okay, so exactly the same. Maigeri, Oizuki. Ready? Ish. Knee, step back. Okay, be very careful when you go to kick. You get this fantastic starting position like this, but then when you go to kick, you'll find because your hips are coming around, this elbow will drift out. Keep it tucked in. And then down. Okay? So keep that basic stuff coming through the technique. Okay, so from here, Maigeri, Oizuki. Ish. Good, and back. Knee. Let's start to see that hip movement back when you go stepping back. Okay, so Maigeri, Oizuki again. Ish. Knee. Ish. Knee. Ish. Knee. Good, and yame. Breathe in. Good, and that. Whoosh. Good. Okay. Try that on the left side and the right side 5 times. Okay. I want you to think about what you're doing. So do it slowly for the first couple, then medium speed, and then 2 fast techniques. Okay. 2 fast sets. So when I do it slowly, I think about all the elements I need to be included in that basic technique. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing out. And the loud, making that strong. And that, okay? So work on that. 2 slow, 1 medium, 2 fast, okay? On both sides. Begin. We've got 2 people watching. Wow. Hello. If you ever want to join in on our Zoom classes, please pop a comment or send a message to me. You're quite welcome to come and join in. That's it. Remember your hip rotation. Nice, Aaron. That was a really good one. That was super sharp. Okay, good. Okay, and yame. Okay, all good. Okay, you should be practicing a little bit by yourselves every single day. Okay, now I know for a fact that most people aren't practicing every day. Okay, you're giving it some thought, but you're not actually spending dedicated time to practice other than actually when you're on a session on Zoom. Okay, set aside just 15 minutes a day just to work on one single thing. So if you did that 7 days a week, you would be starting to improve on 7 individual things every week. Okay, so that's how you've got to think about it. Don't think you've got to do a whole hour. I think you've got to do little sections to improve on one individual thing. And especially the stuff that you think you know, revise and go back over it. Okay, because you've got bad habits over time. Okay, right. Okay, so ready position. Let's move on. Your okay, so left Gedanbrai, and then on the spot, I want you to do a Gyakuzuki. Okay, so we're going to go get upright and Gyakuzuki. Ready? Come on. Okay. Jack, do it properly. Otherwise, you're doing press-ups. Nice and strong, not going, ugh. Stop being a teenager. Come on, you're a black belt. So we go forward, 1, 2. Okay. So from here, we're going to do Maigeri Gyakuzuki. Kick, punch. Okay? So Maigeri Gyakuzuki. Ready? Itch. Right leg kick, left fist punch. Should have your right foot in front, your left fist down. Now, same fist that's out in front, step back, block, get over right, and punch Gyakuzuki. Knee. Good. Okay, try not to lean into the punch, push your hips forward. So we're going to do right leg kick in, Maigeri, then landing, left Gyakuzuki. Ready? Itch. Good. So your right foot should be in front, and your left fist in front. Okay. Now we step back, left block, itch, Gyakuzuki, knee. Okay. So again, right kick in, left punch in. 1 and 2. Itch. Good. And back. Knee. Good. Itch. Knee. Good. We're getting there. Try not to shoulder these punches through. Try and think about how your torso moves around. You're moving like this. So as you drive that punch forward, you're not doing this. Okay? So again, from left get under right position, Gyakuzuki. Okay, so I need to kick Maigeri on my count. Ready? Everyone. Itch. Maigeri. Gyakuzuki. So your hips should be forward now. Again, forward facing. Then we step back, get out right Gyakuzuki. Knee. Good. So again, this punch should be to the center of the body. And then from here we kick to the center. Then punch. Itch. Good, then back. Knee. Itch. Knee. Itch. Kick and punch. And back. Knee. Get under right Gyakuzuki. Good. And Yame. Breathe in. Good. Looks like somebody's camera's froze. Maybe John's. Okay. Right. So just watch. When you're in downward block position forward starts to do Gyakuzuki, remember your punch shouldn't be out to the side. Okay, it should be to the center of the body. Okay, we're going down that center line again. So make sure that Gyakuzuki is there. When you go to kick, work on that center line. Your knee comes up to the center. Okay, your leg doesn't come up in line with your shoulder. It should come across here because you're kicking to that center line. So if you watch, when I do Gyakuzuki here, my knee comes underneath my arm. So I can actually just almost feel that knee making connection. Then I release the foot. Then I do the Gyakuzuki. Okay? So watch from here. There's my punch. Punch to the center. Then I go back. Then punch. 1 and 2. Then back. And I'm ready to go again. Okay, so try that 5 times. Okay, start from the Gyakuzuki position, left leg forward, right fist punching, then Maigeri, Gyakuzuki, then step back and punch on the spot. And the chew down punches, okay, so make sure they're near the solar plex height. That's it, good. Maigeri Gyakuzuki. Good. Okay. So again, when we're landing, the same when we do Maigeri Oizuki, we're not just going from here, we're going forward. We're actually going forward and pushing. We want the power going that way, okay? So you should have your supporting leg slightly bent. So if you go forward from here, you kick. Yeah, I don't know if you can see on the camera, my supporting leg here is slightly bent. And then as I land, I can push that leg to straighten, and then that'll push the body weight forward, okay? So don't just kick and then just fall into the stance. Push into the stance, okay? High grades will know this from our washigeri training. When we do roundhouse kick, you don't just fall, you actually go push, and you try and get your leg down to the ground as quick as you can. Yeah? So you should all know that if you've got one leg in the air for too long, you're vulnerable. You do your action, you get back onto the ground as quick as you can. Okay? It's just somebody got kicked out. Who's that? Okay, so just look, watch again. From here, okay, Maigeri, push. Then back, 1, 2, okay, so just try that a few times and then switch stance and do it on the other stance as well. Okay? And I'll see where you're getting along. Hey, everybody. That's fine, Seth. Just get on the train. Maigeri Gyakuzuki. That's it, Maigeri Gyakuzuki. That's it, good. Back. Nice, like that. That Gyakuzuki you just did there was sharp. Good, so whichever leg's in front, John and Evie, opposite fist in front. Okay, so you're going opposite side. So all you got to remember, Gyakuzuki, whichever leg's in front, is the opposite fist in front. Kick, punch, okay? And then when you step back, it's downward block, reverse punch. Just set up, then kick, and then punch again, yeah? Doing great. Come on, Aaron, you should be doing some more, and you, Leo. Good, okay, and Yamo. So all those very basic exercises, I was looking to see whether you could transfer the knowledge that I've been passing on to you into that final movement, okay? Things like the breathing, yeah? Breathing in quickly, breathing out quickly at the last part of the technique. The stepping and pulling action. Breathing, moving, and stepping really quick, okay? The hip movement, half facing, forward facing, okay? 1, 2. Where you're keeping your elbows in when you're punching, okay? Where your shoulders relax, where you start to swing your punches forward with your shoulders going like that. They're very basic things. So for third cue, brown belt, we used to do very basic stuff. That shows fault in your basic technique, your keel. So practice and practice and practice more, okay? So what I want you to do, I want you to now, for 2 minutes, go through everything I've shown you tonight on your own, without me now. Because you should give thought to everything that you're taught. Right, I'm going to go from live streaming to everybody on YouTube. Hi, Shabba. Yeah, we'll be back on live on Saturday. We've got our association training, so see you all then. Okay.